We are? Mm-hmm. Okay. Get your little ass in here. Did we get a mic check?
For you guys. That's what I was turning on for a sec.
I got you. Alright. Okay. We are live.
I know.
Good evening.
We got
What?
the coconut smell.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening. Ma, ma, ma.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey gang, it's the Deployed from Detroit School of Leadership and Madness, live from Detroit, Michigan. Also. What's happening, gang?
So we're talking about the future, yeah?
Yeah, the future.
The future.
Yeah. the
Scary
future.
shit, right?
Yeah. I guess. I don't
Maybe.
know. Probably not.
Not. I like
Probably
that.
not. Shit.
But probably is.
I-
I don't know.
Definitely fucking scary.
I like that. Probably not.
Well,
probably.
I know it is. The fuzz. But,
Yeah.
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 I would get used to it. So,
That's a good way of thinking about it.
yeah.
Like, to some degree. Because there's you knowing you can. Like, used to it is kind of like a, we'll get a better phrase for it later, but like,
Yeah.
you'll overcome it. You'll become the master of it. Used to it won't be the thing, but there is a thing in you. You're like, oh, yeah, it'll be the same as when rain used to be a bother, and then after a while, you're like, I'm just standing in the rain because why wouldn't I? Like, it'll be the same like that.
Yeah.
You'll be standing in the future because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, it could be the same thing, but more bigger stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
More money, more problems.
Yeah.
99. Alright, so what's in your future?
I don't know. Yeah. I honestly don't
What are you
know.
thinking?
I don't
What would
know.
you like to slide in there? What are you hoping you bump into? What are you hoping you don't bump into?
People who attitude people.
Yeah, well, they're coming.
Yeah.
They're gonna be there
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know that. So,
That was my favorite part about reading Buddhism. As much as I talk about it and people sort of think it's because I'm a spiritual kind of creature, mostly I love it because you go back and it's this like 2,500-year-old text of these people going, oh man, we are hosed, huh? Like, that's the whole vibe to it, is like, these guys are idiots. We're probably idiots too now that you think about it. That guy's sick. That guy's going crazy. I'm just kind of tired. Like, it's all this just realization of like, oh, we're just here, aren't we? Like,
yeah.
as much as we're like, oh, it could be this, it could be that. I love the like, because when you just plop down and they're like, ah, shit, I guess we're just here, huh? Like, that's your first time with your feet on the ground. That's the first time you can really run.
Yeah.
I talk too
So
much.
what's your next step?
I could find a job, learn how to drive.
You don't have to do any of that. If you want to relax, if you want to.
Okay, but I want to learn how to drive. So that would be my next step.
Learn to drive, hell
So
yeah.
Yeah.
learn how to drive is the next step.
Yeah. And then probably looking for a job.
Yep.
And then saving up for a house. So I have all my plans out for the future.
Hell yeah.
It's just the job I don't know I want to do.
Right. Well, and the job is the hardest one because so many folks. So my folks and I had a lot of disagreements coming up, because they wanted me. They'd always be like, "Well, why don't you just go work at this job over here?" And then I would get so mad at them because it was a clear sideline thing, but to them it was this thing of like, "Oh, you can go work there for a couple of weeks," and no, like what they didn't understand is like every job I go to, for some reason I end up being the boss, and like you're probably gonna have that in the future too, where you end up in places and you're
Yeah.
like,
You do have my
are you people
genes.
shitting me? You don't see this? And
You
then
do have my genes.
you're going to start fixing stuff and then you're in charge.
You're gonna
Yeah.
walk into a place and be like, this is fucked up, that's fucked up, like, that's not right. You don't know what you're doing.
That is the path to power. You're like, dumb,
Yeah.
that's dumb. But you be nice about it, because you have to be, if you want to do it again
I
the
want
next
to
day.
be quiet about it. Like, do you want me to help you with that? I can help you. Like,
Sneaking in.
yeah.
At least you're nicer to me.
Yeah.
Because normally I'm like, that's fucking dumb. That is so fucking dumb. I don't know what you're doing right now, but whatever you're doing with your
I'll move
face,
my
you
mic.
need to correct it.
I'll step my back to match you guys, because I bet you I'm loud as shit again today. How do I sound? I'm in the yellow. How do you guys sound?
Say something.
Like what? I don't.
She's got a good vibe.
Yeah.
She's getting there. Not quite in the I want to make sure I'm not louder than you. You don't have to be any louder than you want
Well,
to
you
be.
probably are louder than me. I'm
Yes.
quiet.
I have big giant
So.
lungs. My lungs are the size of you if you curled up like this. It's crazy.
So, for those of you who don't know, this is my youngest sister.
Yeah. Do you want me to introduce myself? Like, I
Yeah,
don't know.
go ahead.
Like, why? I'm his sister, okay? That's all.
Boom.
That's Courtney. She's coming up in the world. She's a little monster. Don't let anything fool you. She says she's quiet. She's not. She's not. She's a little monster.
She's intuitively good at defensive chess, which I was a little bit baffled
She's
by.
super good at chess.
No, I'm bad
Just
at
by
it.
instinct.
She's a
by the way.
sandbag too.
I'm bad at it. Like, no, I'm not.
See, I think why she thinks she's bad is she doesn't know what she's doing is called, but she's just like boop boop boop, don't touch me, and that's good chess.
Yep.
Like, That's
you
her
did,
whole
You
thing.
did really well.
I don't know how to end the game. I don't know how to win the game.
Oh.
So
Mm.
I know how to start it and block my pieces not be taken away.
That's over half the battle. That's
Yeah.
75% of
'Cause
what
basically-
you do in chess.
Yeah.
Because if depending on how many you keep alive too, all you really need to do is keep that wall up like you do, and then just start firing pieces out from behind it,
Yeah.
and just be like boo boo.
Well, you kind of wait until other people make mistakes, and then you, like, as soon as they make a
Yeah.
mistake, you're like,
I would
"Meh."
take that.
like,
Yeah.
Give it.
Yeah.
that's mine.
Yeah,
That's
that's
mine. That's
mine.
mine.
Yeah.
Sometimes even just like shifting the like.
I took so
Almost
many
like
of
this.
Steven's pieces last night. I almost took every one of his pieces.
I love Steven. Once it took me a while to figure him out, and then once I did, I'm like, oh, I love this kid.
He's a good kid.
Yeah.
One of my oldest friends. And I love Onyx. Oh, such a beautiful dog.
I think he loves me. The
Mhm.
dog.
The dog was about to follow you up to your room.
As soon as you came in, he was like, "This is where I work now with her." He just sat there.
He was like, I'm gonna go up there with her.
Yeah.
Steven was like,
Yeah.
wait, where you going?
He was like climbing on top of Steven and all that. And then as soon as she came down, he's like, "Oh, fuck yeah, dude."
Fuck you, Steven. I'm going up with her.
Like, cool. Yeah. He was like new. That's what I do.
Yeah.
He did smell a little bit yeasty. I didn't
So,
wanna...
do we want to still go into the vet thing?
I don't know. I don't know. That's where I'm at. I don't know what I want to do for
Yeah.
work. Like,
We can try some hustling stuff. I am down for. I like the idea of
No
trying to
drug
figure
dealing.
out. No.
well, yeah, not that one.
But
Besides,
having them
yeah,
hustle
no.
my paintings for me. Having them go
Well, yeah,
to
I
the
can
art
do it.
fairs.
No.
Yeah.
Panty? Oh,
No,
I
go-
thought you said panties. I
Oh,
was like,
Christ, no.
no, we're not doing that.
Maybe my socks, but not that. No. No, yeah. The paintings and stuff. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, I can do art for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, might as
But
well give
I
it a
think
shot.
I said with
Yeah.
the bed thing, I
Now,
don't know.
Jen gave you pencils and everything, right?
Yeah.
Have you started?
Yeah, I started. Yeah.
When do we get to see that?
I don't know. When I'm done with it,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No
Well,
rush.
yeah, I just got done with the drawing right now before I came down here.
Oh, cool.
Well,
I'm
So-
glad. I'm glad you're using
Can we
that.
see it?
Yeah, I guess. Right now?
Yeah, go grab it.
We won't make you show it to the camera because I don't know where the camera is. Oh, there it is.
Where's the camera?
It's up that way.
Oh, it's, uh,
It's over.
eyes forward.
These glasses are so tight. I'm almost certain they're meant for children, which makes more sense. Because these are definitely not prescription Cyclops glasses. It would be kind of cool to get prescription Cyclops glasses. Like,
By the way, Caden, I love you to death.
I love you. Heard about your haircut? Hoo hoo!
Yeah. Such an amazing kid.
Let's see.
Yeah, I've been hearing about his chest prowess. A board
What
sniper.
these one are hers, I mean.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Oh, I see what you mean with like the
You
shadow
are
stuff.
you are way more talented than you
Yeah, and
put off.
then the designs like I did before.
Yeah.
I did that little heart theme, bigger.
Yeah. The sort of like
Yeah.
medical pattern with the heart, the like graphic heart theme.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
These new, like I did that one.
Yeah, no,
Good.
that's
Yeah, you do a lot of
Then I
really
little
graphic
did
stuff.
a circle with stars.
That's cool.
And then and stuff. Then that's what the drawing I was talking about.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
she's breaking my heart.
Yeah. So that's all.
Well, shit, I'll have to teach you graphic design.
So yeah.
Save you some money.
So that's
You
it
do
was
good
it.
work.
Yeah,
What are you
kind
nervous
of.
about?
I don't know, just 'cause I
It's good. You've got like good balance and form, and like it's loose sketching, but but it's cute.
yeah.
Like the form
It's
is
basic.
right.
It's not
Yeah.
basic.
Well, yeah.
That's not basic.
But there's
That's
also
not basic.
like there's attention to detail that I liked, like where you have like the more the iconographic wings, the like more symbolic graphic looking wings. You still went through and there's like the 4 feather bits.
Yeah.
I do that too when I'm doing like graphic kind of wings. Like, yeah. That was there's a lot of like
the
really cute
like the
stuff there.
heart with the wings. This is my
Mhm.
first time drawing that.
Came out pretty nice.
Yeah.
And then you could that kind of stuff. So back in the day, back when I got into graphic design, can't believe that's a statement. But like before AI, and I know a bunch of artists are like, oh AI, it just means you don't need to work a shitty job. But for us, there's the weird niche of like, okay, what are you gonna do to, like, where's that gonna go? Because you're not gonna sell it as clip art anymore. That's where people are getting fissy, or whatever the word I was gonna come up with. But that's where people get mad, is they're like, oh, I was gonna sell clip art and stock
Yeah.
footage, and like, who cares? That's a shallow endeavor. No one gives a shit. But like, there's gonna be people who find out that's how you draw, and they're gonna ask you to do tattoos for them,
Yeah.
and they're gonna ask you to do logos for them, and like,
Well, I can do logos too, because that's kind of like
yeah,
a design.
mm-hmm,
And then I don't know about the tattoos, because some people do crazy tattoos.
some people do. But I've
So-
had a lot of people will ask me, they'll give me full free reign.
Yeah.
They'll say, I want you to design it because I like what you do,
Yeah.
and then just make it have 2 of these things or 3. Like, have it be a dog with a lightsaber. I'm like, well, shit, give me a minute.
Yeah.
But then, like, all right, I'll give them something.
Yeah.
And I have friends. I have 3 or 4 friends they still to this day have my tattoo on them. And a few who aren't with us who have their tattoos buried with them. Like, which I'm proud of. Like, it's a weird, so okay, it's not a clip art. I'm not rich from it.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Well, just right now I just do like designs, little stuff.
Yeah.
Because I can't do big stuff. 'Cause I'm not good at drawing for the big stuff.
Yeah.
For the big, I don't know.
I get that way too.
But
where because I would love it if it was a certain way.
yeah.
And then while it's still here being this certain way,
And
that's
also
a little frustrating.
I'm very picky with my drawings. I would do erases all over, or just I don't know.
It took me 35, 40 years to get to that, to where I'd stop doing that. So it really can take a while to get that level of confidence and comfort with. Because, like, that stuff you've got there, I could scan it, trace it, and run it on something. I could do textile with it. I could do product stuff, lunch boxes, keychains, a lot of print material. Like if we were at a company and you were on my design staff, and you were just like, here's what I came up with for the week, I'd be like, okay, source these out to these departments and have them make those for me. Because, like, I think, like, it's already there with that, for that specific style of someone who wants that. It's already adorable like that. And so, like, but it also shows too, you've got tons of room to, like, move around and expand.
And there was another idea by thinking is where I can buy clothes and put designs on them, then sell them to people.
We can do that.
Oh,
with
yeah.
that machine right there.
We get that machine there, then we can
Yeah.
draw it on there too. I've got these special markers for stuff.
So-
We'll just find new techniques.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's another idea.
That's a cool idea. And that's another fun way, like the tattoo idea too, of giving people an opportunity to wear your art around. Or, like, I have these paintings on my wall, but that's the only room I got for paintings. I got way more t-shirts. And I'm not even a t-shirt gal, but I'll have them just because I'm like, wow, this is gorgeous. Yeah. There's a lot of, like, flexibility with your art where, like, if you think past these little frames.
Are you going to get another tattoo?
Yeah, I want to take another tattoo.
What's your next one?
I don't know yet. I'm just figure that out.
I know you have an idea.
No, I don't.
You don't?
No.
It does take a while sometimes.
Well,
Because either you have that idea the next day, or you're like, while they're doing it, you're like, oh, we don't have it next time. Or it's like a year later and you're like,
No. My side tattoo took me 13 years to design. This one was right after Mom. This one's for Chelsea. Everyone has meaning. Like every
That's why I'm
tattoo has
thinking
meaning.
so, like, that's why I'm thinking about it so much. I want to have a meaning to it, not just abandon one.
a good way to get through without regretting them. Because the people I know who regret them are the ones who just picked
tribal fucking symbols or
something that they didn't have a connection to.
Yeah.
And they're just like, fill this spot here with stuff.
They're like, I want a sleeve and it's gonna be this ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, and what's that do?
Well, and what
And
people...
they're like, it looks cool. I'm like, that's not cool though.
Because what always kind of baffled me, too, is when I was young, there were those people who were starting to get sleeves. And I was like, what do you mean you're getting a sleeve? And they're like, I'm getting a sleeve tattoo. And that fucking confused me. Because
Casey's sleeve was one of the best I've ever seen.
But my point of confusion was I came up in cultures where you accumulated sleeves. You didn't just draw a fucking sleeve on your arm like a psycho. You like what I do. Like, I come from a culture where, like, you build sleeves. You do it over years and years. And if you die with a sleeve, that, just so happens. But, like, I'm not, like, against it or anything. But, like, I was baffled by it at first.
Mine, like, I have some, but I'm not going to fill that in with horse shit. Anything that goes on my body will be with a meaning.
Yeah. Same.
It has to. That shit hurts, by the way.
It can. In the certain spots, for sure, where you got, like, the bone.
My tattoo didn't hurt.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know.
Get one on your ribs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, because that would probably do
That was
hurt.
4 hours, and the dude was like... When I laid down, he was like, "You're gonna earn this," and I was like, "I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the sound of this at all." And he started going to work on my ribs, and I was like, "I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this."
You know what's weird? Because with my fibromyalgia shit, I hate acupuncture. Honest to God, acupuncture. Every time I've had it, I feel worse, like noticeably worse. Where I'm like, this is not fun. But when I get tattooed, man, that feels better. And for some reason, because I'm in all that nonsense pain all day, when there's like real, honest to God reasons to hurt, and I can just focus on that and be like, that hurts.
That's all you can think about, by the way.
Yeah. And it becomes therapeutic.
When they start fucking... So the lining is always easiest.
Yeah.
Shading fucking sucks. They start shading shit, I'm like, oh my god.
Well, like
this is not fun at all.
Especially if they've got to when they're filling in an area over bone, that's something nice. Where you're like, ding, 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 ding. Like they're reintroducing ink into an already cut wound. So you're like, that's a fun kind of pain. And you're like, 3 seconds of skin from the bone or whatever.
Oh,
so you're like,
and he like held me down with his forearm, and he was like, "No, bitch, you're gonna fucking stay there." And I was like, "I don't want to stay here. Like, I need to get up off this table.
I want to go. Let me go. I want to go."
I was like, "I need a pee break. I need something."
My favorite tattoo parlor I go to is in New Orleans. It's the Electric Ladyland Tattoo on Frenchman. Not a plug. They don't owe me nothing. I don't owe them nothing. But fuck, I do like going in there. It's always a great time. And like, it's never same day. It was early on when I first was going in there, but they are constantly booked. And so get ahead like a week in advance, maybe even more. But man, the thing I like about a good tattoo shop and why I'll go back is if they answer questions.
Yeah.
And if it's a fun place to hang out. Like, and what was fun too is when I go to Electric Ladyland, it's typically my mother and I. And so my mom started getting tattoos with me when we were down in New Orleans. She's like, I kind of want one. I'm like, get in the chair, lady. Let's do this. And so she started getting tattoos with me. And she's got like little flowers and bees and stuff and all kinds of little garden things, and they're adorable. But she became the den mother.
They're all
of that
like
place.
this big.
Yeah. They're all like the $30, $40. She's not blowing money. She's a hillbilly still.
She's got a 4-leaf clover. Like,
she doesn't have
right
a tattoo yet. Should talk her into it. Like, listen, mother, you're advancing on this, so we need to talk about booby tattoos.
This one actually hurt surprisingly more than I thought it was going to.
Oh, this up here was really kind of wild.
Yeah, no. The more they get toward the joint,
that's some raw ass
shit
skin.
fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's why I'm not gonna do anything that will hurt, because I don't do.
You're like, I want one right
anything
here.
Anything you get with a tattoo is going to hurt.
Well, yeah, obviously, yeah.
If you get a good tattoo like this one, like all my tattoos are like I wanted them done correctly, but that means pain.
Yeah.
Mine are kind of odd too, because I'm a much more, because I designed a lot of them. Most of them, in fact. And then, like, clearly though too, because I started as a graphic designer, like all my stuff's like really heavily graphic, tons and tons of ink, almost no shading until the octopus was the first thing to get shade.
Octopi.
It's just one. And, wait, so the difference too is that Greek words get the I, and Latin words get the S.
Yeah, no.
And octopus is Latin.
Isn't that funny?
So it's octopuses.
I like it.
Because I can't remember who the fuck.
Spare guy? Multiple asparagus?
Like, when I was talking to, way back when Andrea, Vita, I was talking to them, and I was trying to talk to them about learning English. And as I was sort of like starting to go through conceptualizing it a bit, I was like, oh, Jesus. Like, our language is insanity.
It's a mix between, like...
You got Greek.
So many different ones.
You got Latin. We got Spanish. We got German.
We do have Spanish and German, yep.
Dutch and Finnish and all kinds of weird shit. And then, even compared, like, when I hear the British speak sometimes, and this is, you could tell I'm an American, or maybe just super Irish, when certain British people talk, I get so mad, and it's not their fault, clearly. You are who you are, and it's lovely. But Christ, your disregard for our fucking language bothers me so much as someone who's put so much effort into it. And it's like, that's not what they're doing, and that's not... that's that cultural horse shit that I came up in, but it's so funny to me when they're like, oh, absolutely, and I'm like, I will fucking headbutt you, dude.
Don't
pronounce every letter as you see it.
Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it.
But that's because I got, like, my head butted for, like, my spelling errors. Like, I was
when
really
someone
sort of
said
meticulously...
absolutely to me, I was like, if you ever say that to me again... If you ever say that to me again.
Dude, I used to be so cruel about it, though, too. There was, I do apologize. This one gal, she's probably one of the best human beings on earth. I wish I could call her my friend Susan. I just hope she's doing well, Susan. But when she was younger, she's had specifically...
Her name is Susan.
Mm-hmm. She's doing great.
Pretty close to Karen.
How dare you. Well, no. But her, she pronounced, specifically, like a lot of people do, Pacifically. And then I fucking was cruel.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, I was a shithead about that.
I can't stand that. I can't stand when, like, people text. When they text bad, it is literally...
If you text it weird, that's different than... Like, if you pronounce it differently because you've got something...
It is one of my biggest pet peeves to be like...
Yeah.
How did you actually... You took the time to spell that incorrectly.
Jeremy would spell the word and A-N.
No.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
No D.
Nope.
He thought the D was optional.
No.
He thought the D was silent.
No.
He didn't even understand.
No.
Yeah. Dude, I wish I still had texts from Jeremy because it was something to go through. Like, I loved him dearly, but, like, his head injury came out in full force on the text messages.
I mean, I have plenty of head injuries, and it's a D at the end. All right, it's a D.
It took me a long time to, like, get used to his sort of, like, Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn-esque way of texting how he spoke. And then, like... And then I'm like, oh, okay.
Poor Jeremy. Oh, I love him.
He was such a good kid.
Yeah.
He was just bad at it. Like, that wasn't his fault.
So bad at speaking.
Oh my god. He was
the one
brilliant.
basic thing that we're all given.
And the thing with him too is he really was told he was dumb and just ran with it. Because I really felt he was much smarter. And a lot of people were always kind of confused because Jeremy and I were dated every day for like a few years. We were just the only people in one another's lives.
Yeah.
And people were like, how in the fuck do you two hang out? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Because we just talk all the time. And like...
We do that too?
Yeah.
We talk for like 5 hours at a time.
That's why we started filming it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We sit down here and we're like, we'll start this conversation and it's going to end 5 hours later.
5 in the morning.
I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, you guys do that. I would be in my room somewhere.
We just do 2-person group therapy. Right, and break.
And good night.
No.
Hi, I'm Jenny. I'm just
We
regular
always
addict.
put our hands in and we're like, all right, on 3, 1, 2, 3, break.
And then I'm like, wait, what can I do for you?
Wait. Something like
I
that.
broke already.
All right, so how was the festival yesterday?
It was good.
No, where'd you go?
It's a festival. Well, it's called the Homecoming, but it's a festival. So, and it's in Dearborn.
And what was your favorite band there?
I don't. None of them.
They all sucked.
Well, no, they was good.
Fuck you, Homecoming.
It was all shit. It was all shit. I couldn't wait to get home.
But no, it was good. I don't know the songs.
No. Oh, okay.
But I did like the music though.
Yeah, your mom had mentioned All American Rejects.
Yeah, All
Yeah.
American.
I was like,
Rejects.
holy
Yeah.
shit, she might be alright.
It was okay though. If I know them, it would be better. But, yeah.
Well, those are older bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are.
I mean, those guys weren't hella old. When
They're our. That's 20 years
yeah.
old.
Oh
now.
yeah, those dudes are probably like 45 to 50ish.
Yes.
Which is hilarious.
That was us in high school.
Dude, I remember being in high school and seeing at the Novi, like, rock and roll festival or whatever the fuck they called it, 50s Fest, something like that. But it was these, like, doo-wop bands. He's like 1950s, like, there's always 4 guys in a suit doing that
I
for
wouldn't
some
watch
reason.
that, by the way.
And there's
I
cars.
would leave that concert.
Yeah.
I
I was
would walk home.
I was most assuredly a child brought to
Right.
this. But what I remember the most was seeing these guys singing their, like, their hits, their songs about, like, teenage love, which is hilarious because all those songs are about, like, how much they were in love with teenage girls. But then they're also, at this point, 60-year-old men with hair pieces and, like, rough bodies and, like, glittery suits, and they're like, little girl. You're like, what the fuck is this show?
You need to stop. You need to stop. This stopped 40 years ago. This is decades. Like, we can put a fucking, like, quantitative term to this.
Yeah.
To be like, hey,
Woo.
can you you can't say that anymore.
You can get your grandson to sing it if you'd like. That's totally acceptable, even kind of. But, like, no, dude. No. You're wearing khakis. Mm-mm. You can't sing that shit.
Yeah, if you're doing the Carlton, your days in this, like, little arena are done.
Is Conway Twitty dead? I don't want to start anything, but...
Conway Twitty?
Dude, I was listening to some Conway Twitty music. Because when I was young, I was raised on, like, old school country, so I like a lot of that, and Conway Twitty gets in the mix. And then
Yeah.
a little while back, I was, like, listening to his music.
Hold
I
on.
was like...
Real quick, what's the oldest country singer that you know?
I don't know. Cause I used to don't listen to country. I
Okay.
just usually listen to it. So only the one. Forgot the name of the guy.
From, like, a while back, or, like, a recent one? You
No,
think?
just Vincent, I think. I
Oh,
don't
that,
know.
like, Wallenfeller?
Yeah,
Whalen?
yeah.
Where's
That
Matthew?
one.
Of
his name's
course.
Waylon.
Of course. It's Morgan Wallen.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
folks. I found out there's other country out there that's way better. I was really psyched.
Yeah.
No offense to that one feller, but fucking.
Red Farron is, he was a writer for that little jackass. His music way better than what you're gonna find from that one.
Yeah.
Sturgill Simpson. I don't know how I missed that rotation.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's all. That's a sexy name too for hillbillies. Be still my hillbilly heart. I'm like, however, clearly he ain't barking up this tree, but his music fucking rules. I was so impressed by it because it felt so like there's such a authentic like honky tonk kind of like run to it, but then there's this outlaw like pot smoker thing going on in the background of like his lyrics have this like fun. There's this bit going on where he sounds a little bit more like us in the back where you're like what? Like he's got a few weird tones, but then he just like hits it with like that sort of like George Jones, Randy Travis, not into Johnny Cash, but like he's down there with a bit of gravel.
Yeah, Michael Bublé is one of my favorite ones from my time anyway. He is a Johnny Cash of our era.
Well, I'd say he's like the Sinatra.
I'm sorry, not Johnny Cash. It's Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Because he does the like, fly me to your mom.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Fly me to your mom.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, you know.
Let's dance on the moon. Yep. Got it. Yep. Go get him. Go get him, Mikey.
Dude, I remember when I was young, and there was this era when for some reason it was very important for adults that the youth understand how important the Rat Pack was. Like there was this big thing of like
Frankie Blue
you
Eyes.
understand.
Yeah.
Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, I almost said Richie Valens, but that's not him. Who am I thinking of? Fucking Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah.
And then who was the fourth guy?
I don't know. All I know is Frank Sinatra off that.
Dean Martin. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. Shit. There was probably a fourth. Anyway. But I remember that like always being...
okay, he's dead anyway.
And they were like, oh, you gotta watch this. There's the roast, so there's that. These guys are our heroes. And then when you watch it, though, there's like this just drunk guy. And he's like, fly me. Hey, did you know Sam's Black? To the moon. You're like, what the fuck is this show? And they're like, this was what we watched in the 60s. And you're like, why did you do that? Why did you film this? Like, their jokes were just like, all right, I get it.
It was the 60s, all right? Calm down.
Did you guys not have books?
It was acceptable back then.
That's the part they didn't want to mention. They're like, it was a different time, and it was, you know, we weren't getting in trouble for it back then. Oh, I see. I see.
And Jimmy Hoffa is buried here.
Yeah. Oh, man, if you live in the Metro Detroit area, I don't know if this is true for all young people. Do you know where Jimmy Hoffa's buried?
No.
Okay. So
No.
I don't, but
I
I do, but I don't.
No.
Okay.
Is he like... I don't know. Who is he?
So Jimmy Hoffa was the president of the Teamsters Union, who are like truck drivers and stuff. And then he was making deals with the mob, and then they killed him.
I probably did learn it in school, but I didn't listen very
It
well.
was this huge thing, and they've still never found his body.
And yeah, that was the big crazy part.
Yeah.
Is like they know, or
Never found his
hypothetically,
body.
they presume he was executed in the Detroit area and disposed of in this area. And then there was always theories that it was in the river, and then most of the small townships out in the outskirts, like Waterford has rumors of like, oh, it's behind the MJR. Oh, it's like there's all kinds of spots all through. Commerce has spots. White Lake, every town's got a spot where they're like, he's back there, and he's who the fuck knows.
We're all dumb. We're all super stupid.
Well, the other, I noticed that too. Like, there's a lot of folks around here in the 90s. It's not so much a thing anymore. But there was a lot of debate as to which Mr. Johnson, the ICP song, Mr. Johnson's Head was about. And there was a Mr. Johnson at Crary. And so there was a lot of debate, like, oh, I guarantee those guys went to Crary, and it's about him. I'm like, I don't know. It would be funny, but also Johnson's a pretty fucking common name. Like, it literally means son of John. There's a bunch of them.
Little Johns?
Big John.
So...
Who you talking to, Willis?
No, Caden.
Oh, hey. Hi. Is our volume off? He's texted to let us know there's been no sound the whole time.
No. He asked if he could do a podcast with us.
Hell yeah, dude.
Talking to my son the last few days has been
Critical? Among other things. Timely and critical. But also the other things you were going to say.
very. It's been everything. You know, seeing what he's become, his. Yeah, no. It keeps my engine running.
Yeah. And it's... We are running out of gas, gang. We still... Hey, we can run on vapor. That's not a fucking issue. It's just not fun.
I mean, for those of you who don't know, I almost didn't make it through last week.
Yeah, there are a couple spooky incidents, a couple Hallmark spooky incidents, and then a couple sort of secret spooky incidents.
But talking to him gives me new life. Just the same as you being here.
Yeah.
Little tiny one.
Yeah.
It's been some of the best part, really. I spent so long in my recovery alone, and that did nothing. And then we started to basically partner up for our recovery, but it's expanded past that. We're not past recovery, but I think we're always going to be sort of recovering, but we get so much more done just by doing things together and just almost violently denying the excuses as to why we should not and as to why we could not. When people are like, oh, you shouldn't hang out with them because shut the fuck up. Shouldn't feed them because, okay.
That's become one of my favorite phrases. Shut the fuck up. People are like, yeah. I don't like that.
It's one of my surprises.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Because I'm usually, most days, most of the time, I'm super kind of cuddly. And then when I do pop out, that one, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When that pops out, that means I'm not playing with you anymore. I'm here to play.
You get the kids who want to play. And you're like,
that doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever, what I just said, but...
Play.
I'm not playing with you in that regard. I'm playing with you in another regard.
Yeah, the way cats play with birds. What is that? They have a ball. Oh god. Oh, its head's off.
Watching Sam, so my last dog, she would run out. This poor girl. I felt so bad for her because she would like beat her
Yeah. She
her
was a
own paws
moron.
up.
She'd grind your little paws off on the sidewalk.
She would like run as fast as she could down that path.
Yeah.
And then she would like sideways climb.
Yeah, like wall crawl.
What?
fence?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And she would go for like the squirrels and the birds and
She killed a blackbird one time.
Oh my god.
And the bird's whole family, because blackbirds and crows and ravens, like, they're weird. And so, like, she killed this blackbird, and then just like 5 or 6 of them spent the rest of the day yelling at her from the fences, like, bah, bah, bah. They just fucking hated her the whole day. I was like, who did you piss off?
she didn't give a shit, by the way.
And she has
She was
Yeah.
like, I'll eat you too. Go ahead and come down here, sit on that fence, and see what happens.
Yeah.
'Cause
See
I
what
went back for the
happens, yeah.
noise. I was like, what the fuck is this noise? And then Sam's sitting there with a dead bird, and I'm like, Christ. I'm like, all right, I have to recover the
she would
remains
bring
and
it
give
to
them
the
back to
door,
the
too.
family.
She'd
Like,
bring
here
it
you
to the
go.
door and be like, look what I did, Dad. And I'm like, oh, Sam. Babe, you can't do that.
We have to bury
Yeah,
this,
you can't
otherwise a
eat
curse.
Like, no. I don't know.
She hated those geese too. There was these big old geese across the road. She hated sparrows, geese, just any bird in general. But man, she loved
Squirrels?
freaking them out too. Because there'd be these geese. Because there's this dumb lady. I say she's dumb because I'm pretty sure she was. But she was feeding these geese, and
Oh, you're talking about the one.
yeah.
Yeah.
We were like, all right, fucking Dr. Doolittle, that's not,
Yeah.
like, you're going to kill these animals with the amount of food you're giving them. But she's, like, overfeeding these geese. And then Sam would just be, like, looking at them for a sec, and then go, and then they're like, oh, shit. So she knew exactly what she was doing. She knew she was freaking them out. And so she started doing that to all the creatures in the front yard, and she'd be like, uh-huh.
I miss her so much.
She was such a bully.
She was. Yeah, she was. She was my dog. She was so well trained, though.
Yeah, but then you go to work, and she'd just push my elbow off my office chair all day.
She's like, Dad's at work. Shut up, bitch.
I'm like, all right, Sam, I got work to do. She's like, yeah, your work is taking me outside.
It's playtime, motherfucker. Like,
God.
Dad's at work. Let's go.
She'd want to not play fetch. She was like, only wanting to do half of it. She's like, all right, throw it.
What dog do you
Now
want?
throw another one.
I don't know.
Bring it back.
I still don't know.
How about a werewolf?
No.
Werewolf would be cool because it's
Sure,
usually a
he
guy.
has it's me.
Dude, that'd be so fucked up. You get a dog and then like all of a sudden it just turns into a guy. You're like, oh,
Oh, shit.
what?
What the fuck?
Eee.
What's your name? Stop it.
Put some clothes.
You're not supposed to be that. Turn back into a dog.
Do you have your shots like this? Do you need different shots? Do you have your COVID shot? I got your distemper.
Yeah, your COVID shot. Are you vaccinated, you little bastard? Like,
So now when we got you fixed last week, what's up with that, huh? He's like, I don't know.
oh, don't say that.
Get nowhere.
I always feel so bad when I have to see a dog go in for that. I'm like, it's alright. I feel for you.
And then-
Alright? I'm gonna be here right with you.
The way she was describing how they do it on cats, where it's basically...
No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I'll use one word. Edamame. And you go from there. I was like, no fucking way. I'm like,
No.
Say that wasn't a word.
What? That's what I didn't want. That's what I didn't want, is that popping sound. Because I know that's what happened. Oh, it's
Medicine.
terrible.
Yeah. But that's how you end up with fewer cats or something. I mean, we could just feed them to stuff. Our species is so fussy on, like, we're like, no, don't kill it. And then we just have this giant band of pigs who are like, fuck you, dude.
You're going to be the next pig roast.
This is cattle yard. We're kicking him in the head.
Right.
Fuck you.
Oh.
Stupid idiot. A dog. We're like, oh my god. It pissed on me.
And they do it with like a hammer. They're like...
Dude.
Oh,
some places,
shit.
like, there's so many different methods, which is a bizarro thing, but like, yeah, the percussive methods are baffling at times. Where you're like, no shit, a 2x4, and like, yeah,
You know,
we just hit him in the head with 2x4.
Dad was a farmhand for years.
Yeah.
So the chickens, we had four big like chicken houses, and there was like thousands and thousands.
Ugh.
Like, yeah, no.
Chickens.
I probably smelled like the apocalypse.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome.
A very tart
Uh,
odor.
And Dad used to just walk through there with like a nightstick.
Just
And-
flunking kids.
He would see like a run, like he'd be like, "Wah," and he'd be like, "Huh?" Right on the back of the fucking neck, and the fucking head would just pop off.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
And the other chickens are like, keep your mouth shut. Keep your fucking mouth shut.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'd go in there and I'd be like, Dad, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in here.
Can we use a putt-putt club or something and spice this up? What the fuck? Jesus. Like, no. What?
Nope. Just
Just going into the shed.
I would never do that.
What's that next to the shovels? That's the baby poker.
Okay, so never do that.
Yeah.
I would never do that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So-
You can just feed those to the foxes. Or, well, to whomever, but like, 'cause like, runts and things, like, okay, yeah, for farming and shit, for production and yada yada,
You
but
do
like,
have to get rid of.
you want to segregate them.
Well, yes.
And then you can raise them alone or disperse them, but
Okay,
Yeah.
so the alternative was they threw them in that pit.
which is fucking insanity. But that's another method too. Like, it's crazy that that's just an age-old thing we do, is just have
They
a
had this.
hell pit.
They had this thing. You just open the door, and then there was like this big pit that went down like 100 feet, and there was just chickens down there, still living.
Good. Oh, see, that's not fun.
You were like, what the fuck are we doing?
I thought this was illegal. On humans, yeah. Oh, god damn it.
No. First time I had to put that dog down.
Yeah.
That was fucking awful.
I can't even fucking imagine. And then, like, the age on that, like, he must have heard about that from, like, a skinhead somewhere. Because, like, that's some straight up, like, SS shit. Of, like, you know how you make them tough.
gave me that revolver, and he was like, "Now you do it." Do what? You take that, and then shoot that thing right there.
What was the caliber on the? Do you remember?
It was 45.
Christ. So that's not even an easy thing to do physically, let alone like. So now you have to physically fight through a thing. Because like if it's an easy trigger pull, then it's over, and you're like, oh. But if it's like
but
a
the
fucking.
Poor kid was just sitting there.
See, that's even fucking
in front
crazier.
of the fucking in front of the door.
Ugh.
He's just like sitting there, and he's like, "Dad."
Fuck. Yeah, that's not. That is a certain kind of. That's that curiosity, that sick curiosity in people, that wondering. Because if that wasn't done to him, that's him wanting to know what that would do to you.
Well, if he can't do it, why would you expect me to do it?
Right. That's it, like, because he also had a lot of that in him where he was clearly not very confident.
I never asked my kids to do that. Ever.
Fuck no, it's your dog. Like, as the father of the house, regrettably, here I am putting gender roles on people, but fucking, that feels more like a dad's job than a kid's job.
The dog had parvo, and I get it. The dog was gonna die. I get that part, but to ask your kid to do it,
yeah,
I mean, that's fucked up.
In the most dramatic way possible is also fucking ridiculous. Like,
here,
how about you go behind the shed and let me know it happened?
No, not let me know what happened.
Well, that too.
Just let's not talk about it ever.
Yeah, that is an option too. But yeah. Like it doesn't, or like at some point if it was going to be my job to be like doing this all the time, maybe. But no, that's not like. Fuck no. That's like I don't even think. Christ Almighty. I'd be hard pressed to be talked into getting a 16-year-old. Like, I would really. It would have to be like if they were like 12 and 13 and volunteering, I'd have the conversation. But I can't imagine like asking anyone below 18. Like when I was 18, I took one of our cats to the vet to get it taken down. But that was me volunteering because everybody else was sad. I'm like, I got this. You guys are bummed out.
Have you ever had to put an animal down?
Yeah, a long time ago. It was my big dog, but she got sick, and we had to put her down because she was bleeding.
Oh no.
So.
Like internally or just all over?
Just I don't know how to explain it. Just was bleeding.
Yeah. I had a cat who had a weird thing where they're like, oh yeah, they have crystals. And I'm like, I don't. What's that? And like, yeah, their urinary tract is completely full of crystals.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, good God. And that's how he died. It's crazy. Like the diseases animal gets, because animals can't articulate what kind of pain they're in, that's really gotta be what the fucking problem is. As far as like why they have such dramatic and drastic like Victorian illnesses still, where they're like, oh yeah, their blood turned into rocks, and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah.
So that's like kidney stones times.
Right, the whole tract just stoned up basically.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But he was also like a 25, 27-year-old cat.
Oh, wow.
He was spitting God in the face the whole time. He was like, I will not be taken out. But then his last day, he was never any kind of a ruckus. He was never any kind of no pissing, no moaning, he didn't meow, except every now and again. He just like, hey, like that kind of a, and you're like, all right, Smokey, I got you. But he was sitting on the couch, and I thought his leg was stuck.
Smokey.
Because I went to pick him up.
God, see that.
I know. He was my first cat. I liked that one, though. I got along with the other one. But then I picked him up, and I was like, oh, no, because I thought his foot was stuck because he was screaming. I was like, Jesus, are you all right, buddy? And then he just kept screaming. And I was like, I've heard the cat. I've heard him. And we take him to the ER, and they're like, yeah. He's made of rocks now.
So we are at 1 hour and 5 minutes. Do you want to keep going?
Sure. Yeah. I'm awake otherwise.
Oh.
I think we should cut it.
Okay. That works too.
I do. I know Willis is going to want to come over tomorrow because they didn't come over today.
Yeah. What the fuck, Willis?
Fuck you, Willis. By the way.
Mandy's fine, though.
Yeah, Mandy's awesome. But fuck you, Willis.
Handsome motherfucker. He showed me that boxing picture you dude, or what was that fitness picture?
Yeah.
Woo! Keep that thing locked up, dude. Good lord.
Did you see that?
See what?
You want to see Willis? Who did I send it to?
Caden, right? I was like, why would you send this to your son? Like, oh yeah, he doesn't have my
He
issues.
was asking to see who Willis was.
Like,
I was like, it's that beast right there.
now send this picture to 12 girls you know.
He's like, that's what I love.
Oh. Okay. I had to say okay.
He was like, oh.
Oh, shit. That's a man.
Oh my god.
He's not naked, alright?
I know.
This is not a... I'm not sharing pornographic material. Just Willis without his shirt off, and that's enough.
Yeah. That response is appropriate. You go, boom.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like, is that Photoshop? And he's like, the text part. God
The graphics are, yeah. Love you.
Shit.
Love you.
Love you guys.
Love you. Bye.
We love you, assholes. I shouldn't call you assholes then, should I? I'm so nervous when we close. I never know what to say.
You don't say anything. You say,
Oh.
fuck off.
Fuck you, you. Oh, fuck.
We're fucking done here.
You rat bastard.